with an overall record of 19-10, 8-6 in conference, number 4 seed out of the West, the Walla Columbia Red Devils. 8-6 wins out of the Beaver team, number 0, Devontae Davis. A 6-2 pressure from Folsom, California, number 2, Martise Johnson. A 6-3 solo from Vancouver, number 10, Sam Hall. A 6-6 pressure from Vancouver, number 22, Samad Victor. And a 5-1 solo from Kodiak, the last of the 31, Alex Kennedy Hall. The assistant coach of the Devils is Alan Brown. Lower Columbia's led by head coach Mickey Morris. And now, a conference record 13-3, 20-10 overall, the number 2 seed out of the East. It's the Red Warriors. A 6-1 shot for Booker in Idaho, number 1, Dayland Thunder. A 6-1 shot for Caldwell, number 2, Paul Smith. A 6-1 shot for Pullman, number 3, Jared Anderson. A 6-foot veteran from Las Vegas, number 11, David Howard. A 6-6 shot from Clarkston, number 20, Jake Albright. The assistant coaches for Westford, Mike Echols and Jake Porter. The head coach of the Warriors is Jeff Redmond. Your officials for this conference are Jeff Powers, Jeremy Matthews, and Josh Reed. And now, let's play NWAC Championship Basketball.
And back we go to the action here at Everett Community College. Final broadcasted game of today. And it's going to be a dandy of one as Jake Albright is all set to go up against Samad Hector at center court. LCC and Walla Walla coming at you live. Let's play NWAC basketball. And still waiting to see who wins tip-off, and it's going to be the Red Devils. They immediately get back to Alec Kennedy Hall. Dumps it off to Johnson. Johnson out to Seth Hall. And now Devontae Dennis. Red Devils working around the outside. Hall tries to rush in, but Albright comes away with it and inadvertently passes it to his teammate. It's going to be Forrest Smith. Get ball right back to Albright. Albright on the receiving end of a technical foul in last night's contest. Walla Walla defeating Chemeketa to get to this point. Lower Columbia College taking out the host school, Everett Trojans. Albright outside and shot for 3, no good. Coming from David Howard, out of bounds it goes. And it's going to be Warrior basketball from the baseline. Got a few good games already in the books today as Albright takes it to the outside of the key, immediately gives off to Damian Thacker. Now another shot for 3 and no good. It flirted with both the rim and the backboard, but to no avail. North Idaho College took down Centralia, securing a spot in the Final Four, as did Lane to Green River. Spokane just taking out Whatcom to advance, so we have one more to promote to the Final Four, part of the bracket, as the clock is ticked down to 18:51. Still a 0-0 score. Got a chance to talk to a couple of LCC players. Alec Kennedy Hall, one of them, said that the Walla Walla attack is very similar to that of Everett, as Albright able to get rid of a defender and collect the first 2 points. But Kennedy Hall said that the attack that Walla Walla puts on very similar to that of the host school of Everett. So they are prepared and ready to go. It is a 2-0 score, and the ball brought back in by Forrest Smith of the Warriors. And immediately gives off to Thacker. Thacker pushing up and banks in 2. So 4-0. Walla Walla right out of the gate, and Kennedy Hall of the Red Devils working his way to the top of the key, stops, gives off to Johnson. Johnson back to Dennis. Dennis bounce pass in to Samad, and Samad Hector collecting the first 2 LCC points. And the women's Sweet 16 starts up tomorrow at 8 a.m. Gets the first game between Centralia and Olympic College right here at Everett Community College, or you can tune in anywhere with the NWAC Sports Network as a very physical confrontation up front ends in an LCC possession. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Kennedy Hall looking for an opening or an open man. Works his way around a screen set up by Samad Hector. They give off to Hector, and he puts it in for 2 more. Tied up at 4. And Thacker coming away with over 20 points in the contest against Chemeketa a night ago, as Albright, with a quick little one-handed hook, puts it in from about the free throw line. First few minutes have ticked away, 16:56 remaining. Hector pushing up, trying to work his way around Albright, and can't do so successfully. Out of bounds it goes, and it looks like it will stay with the Red Devils. So the last one to touch it was David Howard of the Warriors. So Kennedy Hall from the baseline finds Seth Hall. It's what we call a Hall pass, Hall to Hall. Now Seth looking for an opening from the free throw line, gives up to Samad Hector for 2. And now Thacker ready to go. Teams trading back and forth. The makings of a good one. And Thacker, bank is open. So 9-6 the score. It's just over 16 minutes left to play in this first half. Kennedy Hall charging up, gives up to Dennis, and Dennis defended well by Albright. And it's going to be Red Devil possession. And from the baseline here as they pass it into Kennedy Hall. From outside they go to Johnson. Johnson over to Seth Hall. Working on the far side, Hall steps back. And now needs to find an open man, does so with Johnson. Johnson pushing up, shot clock at 9. Hall with the ball from the corner, 3, and no good. But Samad Hector comes away with the offensive rebound, and 1. And now it's going to be Samad Hector with a couple of shots here for the Red Devils. Shot 1 up and good off the backboard. That's going to be up to Thacker. Thacker, so far today, has been uncharacteristically quiet and misses 3 there. And they're going to get Samad Hector for traveling. Oh, my goodness. And we've seen some blatantly obvious travel calls missed, but how about this one right here? And now Thacker with the rock, 15-10 remaining in this half. And now it's going to be foul on Kennedy Hall. His first personal and the first team foul as well. 15:06 remaining. Nearly losing at that time out to Albright. And shot for 3 is no good. And as soon as we get a whistle here, we're going to have a media timeout. looking for an open man and finds Samad Hector pushing up and under the bucket. No good. Great defense under the net by Thacker. Outside shot for three is no good, coming from Smith. Smith again for three, this time again off the backboard. Albright on the offensive rebound. And Thacker defended well. So a good series of defensive work for the Red Devils. Now pushing up is Johnson, who may have gotten away with a traveling call. And now Thacker, contested three off the iron, no good. Johnson, 1-on-2, down court, and puts it away for two. And Thacker wasting no time, bringing it back across half court. Dennis in front of him, screened by Albright there. Kennedy Hall, they give off to Albright, going one-on-one with Hector and unable to hook it in. So it seems that the Red Devils are slowing the pace down a little bit. They give off to Dennis on the near side. Dennis over to Hall, who will pass it to Kennedy Hall. And Seth Hall underneath the bucket. 13-9, LCC with the lead. And now Thacker, quick pass to Albright. And nearly stolen away. It was stripped by Johnson. And here goes Albright for two. So trading back and forth, gonna be a good one between the Devils and the Warriors. Kennedy Hall for three, no good. Albright on the rebound. Again, after this game, we break from the men's bracket until next week. The Final Four for the men will start on Saturday, March 16th. That's going to be 5 p.m. First game will be North Idaho and Lane to determine who will go to the championship. And winner of this game will play Spokane for the same honor. Kennedy Hall with the rock, saunters across half court, looking for someone open, goes to Johnson. Johnson, quick handoff to Hall. Hall back to Kennedy Hall. And here comes Dennis. Mid-range two for Dennis is no good. But Samad Hector with the rebound. Thacker trying to draw a foul, but to no avail. Kennedy Hall feigns three, moves up, tries for two, and completes it. So LCC with a fantastic attack here. Now Thacker slowing up. They go to the outside to Forrest Smith, and now Albright pushing in. Hector, some good defense again. They've been keeping Albright quiet. And Albright nowhere near as effective from the left side of his body as he is according to his right. Hall, now Kennedy Hall. Looking for a way in, shot clock at 14. Hall pushing up and nowhere close. Airballs the attempt. Clock down to 11 minutes. Thacker up and no good again. Very clean basketball in the paint. And finally decides to go in. Forrest Smith collecting those 2 points for the Warriors. 10 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Pushing up and no good. What defense by Walla. And now Smith to the outside. Pushing up is David and no good. Again, this is just some flawless defense. This is the longest we've gone without clock stoppage in a long time. And Hall splashed out from downtown. So Thacker directing traffic as we tick to the final 10 minutes of the half. Stops, shoots, and is not able to convert on the mid-range two. And splash down for David Howard. And timeout taken by the Devils, and a well-deserved one. We step away. We'll be right back after this. So back we get to the action here. Red Devils lead the Warriors 18-16 with 9:49 left in the first half. It's been a very physical game, but a very clean game as well, as there was a series of 6 minutes with no stoppage. And the Red Devils elected to take a timeout after that. And ready to go. And checking in for the Red Devils, it's going to be Cody Young. And very nicely put up by Travis Patrick of the Red Devils. Couple of subs in, Patrick in, as well as Bryson Ford, the sophomore out of Palmdale, California. He's doing battle with Albright. Now on the outside, Albright in the middle again, pushes up and not able to finish it out. Coming down with the rebound is Patrick. Young passes right back to him, who immediately dumps it off to Loudon Wardarius. And Wardarius in there, 2 more Devils points. So Thacker being very methodical with the basketball, crossing half court, quick 3, no good, off the rim and backboard. Wardarius back out to Young, and now Seth Hall is fouled. And that's going to be on for Smith, and that's also going to be a timeout, so away we step again. LCC 22, WWCC 16.
Engagement on the last foul. Engagement issue to number 2. That foul will be issued to number 15. Tyler Beardell.
Back we go to the action now. It's going to be a couple of free throws for Seth Hall. Got a total of 3 fouls to this point in the contest. And Hall to shoot for Lower Columbia. They lead 22-16, and the first shot is up and drained. And Seth Hall, over the course of the season, was an 87% free throw shooter, made 68 of his 78 free throw attempts. And the second one's good as well. So LCC widens their lead to 8. So we have about 8.5 minutes left here in the first half. Thacker pushing up, drops back, works his way to the top of the key. And Albright, mid-range 2, is in there. Young with the ball for the Devils. Works the way around, finds Patrick. Immediately after that to Wardius. And not able to put that one away is Ford. So Thacker comes away with the rebound. Clock is ticked down to 8 minutes. And long three from Thacker, no good. And offensive rebound taken care of that time by Dylan Young. Albright from the top of the key pressing in and is able to fight his way up for 2. Looks like Bryson Ford had a bit of a defensive breakdown there. They go from the outside. Finds Seth Hall. Seth Hall to Cody Young, one of the smaller players in the tournament, measuring in at 5'8". And stolen away. Opportunity here. They had Smith open, instead go to Thacker. Now top of the key, Albright. And Thacker observing his surroundings, pushing upwards in the paint and unable to finish off 2. Again, Thacker only 5 points to his name so far. By this time last night he had 12. And there's a difficult layup, but made in time by Hall. 26-20, LCC leading by 6 points. Good screen by Albright, keeping Wardius at bay. And Albright, long 2, no good. So the normally solid shooting attack of Walla Walla seems to be a little wonky at the moment. Go outside, Wardius to Ford. Ford, shot clock down to 16, and Wardius for 2. Again, Lower Columbia College, regardless of the sport, always tough, always scrappy, always tenacious, and are doing a great job here of holding off the shooting attack by the Warriors. Another one is going to go off the iron and miss. And into the hands of Hall. So Young with the rock now. Played in 28 games this year and averaged 2.4. Only 66 points on the season. One of the silent weapons off the bench for Coach Mickey Paulus. And right-handed hook, beautifully done. And that's going to force a timeout. So away we step. Lower Columbia College widens their lead to 10. So back to the action we go. 30-20, the score in favor of the Red Devils. It's Warriors basketball from their own baseline. And away we go. It's going to be Thacker across. Half court, pulls up, long 3, again no good. And rebound, Wardius, and gives up to Young. Young to Johnson, who checks back in for the Red Devils. Up and no good. Rebound, Albright. So 5:12 remaining in the first half. Thacker finds a man on the outside. Albright pushing up and right-handed hook in there for 2. And at the next whistle, we're going to have a media timeout. Patrick dumps it back over to Johnson. Johnson right back to Patrick, pushing up. And there is going to be a foul. And timeout will be taken, so away we step. We'll be right back after this. And off we go again, 4:45 here in the first half. It is Warrior basketball from their own baseline. Thacker across half court. Albright with the rock, quick little handoff inside, spinning around and finding a man back to Albright. Pushing up and unable to come away with the hook this time. So Kennedy Hall of Lower Columbia with the ball, getting some instructions from the bench. And it looks like they're going to get a new ball in. Oh, interesting. So they're not going to replace the ball. They're going to go ahead and just throw it back in. I guess the referee rubbing the ball for some good luck. I'm not exactly sure what's going on down there, but away we go. Dennis contested too. I mean, some people think if you rub your bald teammate's head, you get good luck, but if you take the ball out of play and rub it, you gotta wonder what's gonna happen. As Samad Hector with the ball, intercepted by Thacker. Thacker in a 2-on-2 situation. He's got a shooter open in the corner, and foul is gonna be on Thacker. Boy, Thacker had a man wide open on the far corner, but elected to try to do it himself. And waiting word is Seth Hall, who's checking back in for the Red Devils. And Johnson ready to put the ball back in play. The starting five back in play for the Devils. Kennedy Hall, Seth Hall, Johnson as well. And here comes Samad Hector collecting a couple. They go outside, wide open three, and no good. 34-42, a 12-point lead for the Devils as we tick down into the final 3 minutes of this half. Red Devils have come out and have been shocking a lot of tournament officials, not believing that LCC be able to hang in there this long, but they have proven to be true competitors as Hall from the corner gets a long two. Now it's going to be Thacker passing into Albright. Albright with 20 seconds tries to hook it in to no avail. And Albright been very quiet as well. Now looking for an opening as Johnson gives off to Hector. Hector doing battle with Albright. It's going to be Warrior basketball. And Forrest Smith will check back in for the Warriors. And meandering his way up is going to be Keyshawn Clark, who puts it in for a couple. Hall on the near side, pushing up toward the net and a little high on the backboard, no point. The final 2 minutes. Screen by Albright. Thacker pushing up, doubles back, gives to Albright from the free throw line. Able to grab a couple for the Warriors. Oh, Kennedy Hall nearly takes the ankles out from under Clark. And here comes Samad Hector, unable to finish it. And Walla with possession. And from the corner, here comes Clark. Little jumper for two, no good. Hall on the rebound. And pushing up, Kennedy Hall. They go back out toward Johnson. Johnson doubles back, gives to Hall again. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And change of possession there with 42 seconds left in the half. 26 now on the clock for Walla. Forrest Smith with the rock. Shot clock down to 16. And they go outside now for Clark. Clark on over, and it looks like Albright's going to get called for a foul. And that's the second personal foul on Albright, third team foul. And so far in the half, only 6 fouls between the two teams. Very cleanly played game, but also a very physical played game, at least here in the first half. LCC currently with the advantage, 36-26. And Kennedy Hall with the basketball. Yes, playing it safe. Looks like they're going to run the clock out. 12 seconds left. It's around Clark and over to Hall. 5 seconds left, and it looks like they're going to try for points and do so successfully. And last-minute desperation throw is nowhere close. And LCC leads 38-26 at the half. 15 minutes, and we'll start up again. We'll be right back. But before we go, I'd like to remind you that tomorrow the women's bracket starts up as we get a closer look down at the NWAC table. Marco Acerdia, Spencer Rowland having a conversation, and Tracy Swisher looking as intent as always to the laptop. And a little off camera to the right, big shout out to Kirk Rowland, the Lower Columbia College Athletic Director, broadcasting as well. So we throw you to break. We'll be back after this. So about ready to resume play here. Second half coming your way. LCC leading Walla Walla by a score of 38-26. Winner will advance to play Spokane on Saturday, March 16th. That game will take place at 7 p.m. right here on the NWAC Sports Network. Ball in, Walla Walla with possession, and Thacker with the ball. Hands off Albright, and now up goes Smith. Thacker steps back, goes for three, and is wide of the mark. Rebound, Johnson. So Dennis, this is back to Johnson. Seth Hall back in the game as well for the Red Devils. And Kennedy Hall with the rock. Pushing up, and how about Johnson? Unable to finish it, but a good effort as Albright comes away with the rebound. And Thacker finding Smith. Smith for three, no good. And it looks like some own team competition between Dennis and Hector for that rebound. Go outside, Seth Hall. Then Dennis gives right back over to Kennedy Hall. Reverse layup, no good. Thacker wasting no time, gives off to Smith. Smith pushing the paint and up and good for two. So first points out of the half will go to the Walla Walla Warriors. Kennedy Hall looking for an open man. Screen set up by Hector, and they go back to Johnson. And out of bounds off the hand of Albright. It'll be Red Devil basketball from the baseline. And Lower Columbia was in the driver's seat during that first half. Shot clock down to 7 seconds. Kennedy Hall pushing up and unable to finish it off. So first couple of minutes have ticked away, and they go outside, and corner three from Smith is off the rim, no good. And good point there for the Devils. Again, big story, all in all, has been Samad Hector playing some fantastic defense for the Red Devils up to this point. They go outside, long three again, and bricked once more. And that shot was taken by Jared Anderson. Anderson, 6'5" sophomore out of Pullman, Washington. And here comes Samad Hector up for two. Now Thacker finding an open man, doing so, and Hector again with the defense. My goodness. Now Albright pushing up, and Hector again disrupting it. They have kept Albright to a minimum here. And Albright's 7 for 17 when it comes to field goals on the day. Nearly stolen from behind is Samad Hector. Mid-range two from Dennis is no good, but Hector, the offensive rebound. Looking for a man outside, finds Kennedy Hall. Mid-range two is no good either. And Thacker with the rock. 42-28 the score. And Thacker, a long two, that's good, knocked down. Kennedy Hall across half court. Finds Seth Hall. Screen set up and well played around by Thacker. Shot clock at 12 seconds. Dennis feigns two, goes back, gives up to Hector. Up and unable to finish it. Hector able to fingertip it one more time, but to no avail. There's another shot from Thacker, a long two. And a timeout will be taken by the Red Devils, so away we step. We'll be right back after this. So back to the action we go after the Red Devils timeout. 15:36 remaining in the contest. A 42-32 game in favor of Lower Columbia. And Kennedy Hall with the basketball. Top of the key, makes his way to the near side. Screen set up by Patrick. They go to Seth Hall. Corner in the middle they go to Ford. Shot clock at 8 and no bucket, and traveling called on Ford. (15 and 10) left here. Stacker loses the ball to Kennedy Hall. And up it goes, no foul, and ball still up, and Cody Young not able to take it in. So next whistle, we're gonna have a media timeout. They go up to Albright. Quick little handoff there to Smith, and Smith loses control of the ball. Shot clock at 10, feigns 3, passes up to Albright. Shot clock at 6, and up, and Albright can't convert. And right-handed hook, no good that time from the shooter for Walla Walla. And Thacker in the middle gives off to Villarreal, and Villarreal right back to Thacker. Villarreal for 3, no good, off the back of the rim. They go to Ford. Ford on back to Hall. Hall feigns 3, gets a jump out of Thacker. And nearly stolen by Villarreal, and no call there. And it looks like timeout is going to be taken, so away we step. We'll be right back, 32-42, when we return. 42-32, the score. Lower Columbia College with a 10-point advantage. 13:35 left to play in the contest. It'll be Red Devil basketball from the Walla Walla baseline. Patrick to throw it in. And tipped up front and stolen away by Villarreal. Villarreal passes backwards. Forrest Smith. Splash down from downtown. Looking for an open man now is Seth Hall. Screen set up by Ford. Kennedy Hall. Up it goes, and in it goes. Beautifully done. No bucket, says the official, so bucket is nullified. And it'll be Walla Walla basketball from their own baseline. Just over 13 minutes to play. Thacker with the rock, crossing half court. Bypasses Kennedy Hall, nearly loses possession, pushing up, and it's still gonna be Walla Walla ball. 13 minutes even. And Thacker with some great theatrics throughout the course of the game. Villarreal and Albright moving up, and he can't clear it. And so Kennedy Hall back to work. Gives off to Johnson. Johnson up to Ford. And Ford with a reverse layup. No good that time. Nearly getting to it is Wardius. And Albright for two. So a couple points right out of the timeout for Walla Walla. Feigns three, moves up to the right side, and Albright stops it, but nowhere close as a Lower Columbia forward was right there. And it looks like the foul that was called on LCC a few moments ago was offensive goaltending. And Kennedy Hall back across to Wardius. Wardius over to Johnson. Johnson pushing matters up. Right side of the key, they go to Wardius. And Ford and Albright. Ford nowhere close. And Thacker moving up the right side, nearly loses it using Albright as a screen. And contested three, splash down from downtown. And timeout LCC, away we step again. 42-44 the score. So away we go now as the Walla Walla baseball program has made their way out to Everett for the evening. And moving his way around is Young. Young over to Johnson. Johnson back to Hall. Putting up and in for two. Samad Hector has been a force to be reckoned with throughout this tournament. And long two, no good from Thacker. Again, Young, one of the smallest players in the tournament, measuring in at 5'5". They go to Young, the outside, now the top of the key. 10 seconds on the clock, and no good. Rebound, Hector, and two more. 48-42. And Thacker pushing up to no avail. And there's a foul called on Samad Hector. Getting some clarification from the official. 10-14 remaining here in the game. So Thacker will go to the line to shoot. And gets the first one easy. Ready to go now for the second. Walla Walla women's basketball as well as the men's baseball program. Off camera, can't really see them, but boy, can you hear them. Pushing up now is Young. Young with a quick bounce pass to Hall. Hall hands it off right back to him. Contested three, no good. Dennis on the rebound. And a foul from Albright. And Albright still chirping at the official. And now Albright having a one-on-one conversation with him, and that's going to take us into a timeout. So away we step. We'll be right back after this. So 44-48 is the score. A foul called on Albright before the break, giving Red Devils a possession underneath the Walla Walla basket. They go outside to Hall. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Actually, correction, 24 now on the shot clock. When I say a 9 looks like a 4 when half of the number is blocked. They go outside to Dennis. Dennis passes back to Hall. Hall gonna push matters up and unable to finish it off. Albright on the rebound. And they give off to Forrest Smith. Clock down below 9.5. 15 seconds on the shot clock for Thacker. Thacker pressing the paint and putting it in for two. And it looks like LCC's beginning to fade a little bit. Left side up and no traveling called. And that was an obvious travel there that the officials missed. Man, that was 5 or 6 steps. Now pushing up, Johnson for two. Artis Johnson getting the job done today. Thacker hands off to Smith. Smith pushing matters. Trying to find a way up, instead backtracks a bit. And in, out, and back in for Jake Costello. That's his first field goal today. Johnson pushing matters again, and Albright coming down with the rebound. Thacker 1-on-2 has the ball stolen. And Young with the rock, and looks like it's gonna be a foul called. It's gonna be a foul on Kyler Villarreal, his second foul, team's first of the half. And Lower Columbia College leads 50-48 at the moment. And Kennedy Hall, screen set up by Samad Hector. Kennedy Hall looking for an open man. Shot clock down to 12. They go to Hall. Hall with the three. No good. Seven and a half to play. Thacker with the rock. Go to the outside. Thacker feigns three. 12 on the shot clock. Pushing matters himself. Goes for two. No good. Ball still in the air. Brought down by Wardia. Intense second half here. Very close game. LCC leading by 10 going into half. And Samad Hector can't finish it. Forrest Smith finds Albright, and Albright is fouled. So 6 minutes and 50 seconds. That's a second team foul for the Red Devils. And Albright will go to the line to shoot a couple. Getting a total of 7 fouls in the first half and a total of 4 up to this point. As Albright gets the first one. Within one are the Warriors. Albright ready at the line. Second shot is in and out, but back in. Tie ball game at the 6:50 marker. Walla has not led since the first 10 minutes of this game. Kennedy Hall gives it back over to Wardia. And nearly taken care of, Cody Young. And finally put in by Seth Hall. Boy, and how about Albright getting away with something there? Intercepted by Thacker. Thacker the outside. Forrest Smith for three. Splash down from downtown. So Walla with their first lead since the first half. Wardia. And Hall is fouled hard. That's a foul on Thacker. It's his second personal. And that is the third team foul for Walla. And Hall to shoot two. Ball up and good. Tying this ball game up at 53 apiece. With some very interesting physical play here in the second half. Second one isn't able to go in, so tie ball game it remains. Thacker cross half court. Albright pushing in and finishes the two. Hall setting up something, and it's like Thacker's theatrics. Not enough that time. I mean, even when Kobe flops, he makes it convincing. Gonna be a timeout taken by the Warriors. So 55-53 is the score here. And hotly contested game, 5 minutes and 12 seconds. And we get another look at it here. Oh my goodness. We take another look there. Albright getting the shoulder in the chin right there. Boy, oh boy, and that wasn't called. My goodness, that is a tragedy that was not called. Again, Albright's already received one technical throughout the tournament here. So Red Devil basketball from the far sideline, 5 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. And waiting the okay from the officials to get going. Wardia bounce pass in to Kennedy Hall. And Hall takes a step back, Albright in his face. And up goes Samad Hector, and to no avail. And score 55-53 in favor of the Warriors within 5 minutes. Smith to Albright. Albright pushing up and putting it in for two. So lead. (57-53) in favor of the Warriors. Dennis falls back, gives to Kennedy Hall. Wardia. Five seconds on the shot clock, and Samad Hector puts it away. So lead cut back to two, 57-55 in favor of the Warriors. Final 4 minutes of the contest. Albright with the ball. Puts it up and in for two more. Clock continues to tick away. Time running out for the Red Devils. And nearly stolen away. Wardia ends up with the rock. They go into Samad Hector. Hector pushing up and not able to finish it off. Able to keep it in play though, and out of bounds off the hand of Costello. So Red Devils get the possession, but have 8 seconds to do something with it on the shot clock. Again, beautiful job by Samad Hector. Shot clock at 4. Shot up and no good. And that one's going to go out of bounds. So it's going to be Walla Walla basketball. Thacker across half court. One-on-one with Johnson. They give to Forrest Smith. And now Albright pushing up. Back they go, long three, no good, and out of bounds, Red Devil basketball. Final 3 minutes of this contest. Four-point lead for Walla Walla. Kennedy Hall, Seth Hall, Samad Hector. And Hector up and no good. Outside it goes to Albright. Albright and Hector going at it up front, and Albright wins it again. Timeout, Red Devils, with 2:21 remaining. We'll be right back after this. So back to the action we go. 2:21 remaining in the contest. Lower Columbia College trailing by 5. Two-possession ball game, and it's been a dandy of one to this point. Again, winner of this game will face Spokane in the Final Four on Saturday the 16th. And Kennedy Hall with the rock. They go to the outside. Shot for three is nowhere close. You gotta wonder with the way Albright is picking apart the Lower Columbia defense. They're putting two men on him in the paint. Leave one of the weak shooters open. They go to Albright here, Hector. And now 2-on-1 and a foul by Kennedy Hall. That's the second foul on Kennedy Hall. Minute 45 remaining in the contest. They go to Albright on the outside. And Thacker with the rock, trying to make his way around Johnson. 9 seconds on the shot clock. They give to Albright. Now they're moving two men in on him. 5 seconds. And the shot is no good. And it's Red Devil basketball. And timeout taken. Away we step again. 61-55. And real quick, before we go, I'd like to remind everybody today's game is brought to you by some very special people. Tulalip Resort and Casino. Proud sponsor of NWAC Basketball Championships halftime shooting contest. Earn points and rewards everywhere. Discover the power of one. See TulalipResortCasino.com for more information. The Wounded Warrior Project. More than 48,000 service members have been physically wounded during military conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. An estimated 400,000 are living with the invisible wounds of war, including PTSD, major depression, and traumatic brain injury. The NWAC is honored to rally behind the Wounded Warrior Project. The Snohomish County Sports Commission. The NWAC men's and women's basketball tournament was made possible through the support of the Snohomish County Sports Commission. Fans, pick up your official NWAC merchandise either at the table on site or from NWACstore.com/NWAC. That's right, limited amounts available. And by Jimmy John's. NWAC would like to thank Jimmy Johns for their continued support with the best seat in the house. Each game, a contestant is selected to sit in those couches you see at the top of your screen and enjoy a sandwich. Freaky fresh, freaky good. So back to the action we go. A minute 22 remaining, 61-55 the score. Lower Columbia down by 2 possessions. And there's a ball that's smothered by Thacker, and it's going to be Walla Walla basketball. A bucket here for the Warriors would put the nail in the coffin, but we step away. So a minute and 11 seconds remaining. Walla Walla with a bucket can put this game away. Double teamed up front. They go to Albright. Albright holding on to the rock. Final 60 seconds. 14 on the shot clock, and there's a foul. It's going to be Walla Walla basketball from the near sideline, just to the right of their bench. And there is a foul. And the interesting thing is that was very similar to the traveling call they got Samad Hector on. And it'll be Forrest Smith from the sideline looking for an open man. And there's another foul. So round and round and round we go. That's the second personal foul on Johnson. 6th team foul for the Red Devils. And now just awaiting the okay from the official to try this again. They go to Thacker. Thacker is fouled once more. And that'll send Thacker to the free throw line. Got a couple of buckets here, can put the nail in the coffin. And Damon Thacker, 83% free throw shooter over the regular season. Shot up and no good on the 1-and-1. So this is it for the Devils. They have to be darn near perfect from here on out. They go for 2 and get one. 57-61. And they get another. Oh my goodness, how about that? Red Devils within 1 possession and 1. Boy, oh boy, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 38 seconds left. Red Devils have already played in 1 overtime game. We'll see how they play this free throw here. Shot is up and good. So Patrick will check in for the Red Devils. Thacker with the rock, puts it back in, a 1-point difference. Looking for Thacker, do so successfully. Thacker across half court, and they're gonna, Thacker. Oh no, a correction. It's going to be a foul on Dennis. It looked like they may have seen Thacker traveling, but instead, no. So a 1-and-1 opportunity, regardless of the outcome of this 1-and-1. It's a one-possession game for the Devils. So a very smart foul as the first one is up and in. .29 seconds remaining. So will it be a 2 or 3 point separation here on what could be the final possession? It'll be 3. LCC feeling it here. Up they go. They get 2. And Albright looking for someone open, and there's a foul. So same situation again. That foul is going to come in on Kennedy Hall. It's going to send Forrest Smith to the free throw line. So same situation we were in just a few seconds ago. Will it be 2 or 3 points that separate the squads? And down it goes. Oh my goodness. This is it for the Red Devils. If they can get this bucket, this game is over. 10 seconds remain, and there's a foul on Kennedy Hall. And it's going to be Red Devil basketball from the sideline as Kennedy Hall was fouled. Boy, high pressure situation to say the least. They go to Kennedy Hall. 7 seconds remaining. Samad Hector pushing up. 4 seconds. Goes for 3. No good. Shot is up, and that's it. Walla Walla by 1 point will advance to the Final Four. But what an effort from the Red Devils. And final score here, Walla Walla 63, Lower Columbia College 62. Congratulations to the Warriors. We'll see you next weekend for the Final Four. LCC will head back to Longview tonight. And that will wrap up our broadcast day on day 2 of the NWAC Basketball Championships. Tomorrow, Women's Sweet 16 starts at 8 a.m.